the fire, the flood, the wind. There is a whisper, the church dwells behind. My eyes look forward from ash, new life, after the fire.
What are you doing here, Elijah?
What are you doing, Elijah?
What are you doing here, 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 Elijah?
What are you doing, Elijah?
Testify.
Shed my skin, I don't need you anymore. Through the fire, the flood, the wind. There is a whisper, the church dwells behind. My eyes look forward from ash, new life, after the fire.
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 Oh ho! Woo! I'd like to thank everyone for joining me here tonight to nourish our souls and fill our hearts. Can I get an amen? Amen. Those of you at home, turn up your volumes and open up your hearts because I'm feeling the Spirit tonight. I'm glad to see so many young people because you are our future. What future? I hear some of you ask. I used to think I could see our future, but now the vision is fading. Well, I'm here to tell you, when I look out at this house and see these powerful young faces, or at least the part I can see. Oh, the scales fall from my eyes. The sun breaks on a new morning, a day that belongs to all of you here today. Our first reading will be from 1 Kings 19. And the Lord said to Elijah, "Go out and stand on the mountain in the presence of the Lord, for the Lord is about to pass by." Then a great and powerful wind tore the mountains apart and shattered the rocks before the Lord, but the Lord was not in the wind. And after the wind there was an earthquake, but the Lord was not in the earthquake. Then after the earthquake came a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. And then after the fire came a gentle whisper. When Elijah heard it, he pulled his cloak over his face and went out and stood at the mouth of the cave. Then a voice said to him, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" I said, "What are you doing here, Elijah?"
What am I doing here?
What am I doing here? I'm fighting the demons that come to me in my isolation.
I'm fighting the demons that come to me in my isolation. Hello, is this Duke's admission office? This is the Elvish warrior Queen Melissa here to let you know that I have decided to apply to Stanford and not to Duke.
Whatever demons are inside you won't just fade away by denying their existence. I haven't had any time to do the things that I usually love doing. Do you ever get the feeling that
There's so much more time, but you can't do anything? Tell me about it.
when all this online school crap started, I thought, wait, you want me to learn basically nothing, yet ace my assessments? Sign me up. Just don't think about it too much and you'll be fine. We're just your friendly neighborhood Midwestern wannabe educational cult. And the worst part about this is that our teachers, who should know a thing or two about this process, have no empathy.
I've just been feeling the stress of expectations. Every time I wake up, it's my parents or my grandparents or my aunts, cousins, porn star mistresses, dog walker telling me to get good grades, do better extracurriculars. I just want to sit down and play video games all day. To hell with my math test. Mel's gotta get some relaxation.
I haven't even played a single stinking video game since April. Not even some D&D. What I wouldn't give to be my alter ego to deal with all this. Billy, the shrewd dwarven mage, master of illusions, slayer of dragons, and lover of beautiful women.
Wait, you're serious?
Yeah, come on.
We'd look like two crazy teenagers who are just begging to get the cops called on us.
Come on, please.
All right.
please.
I would be Melissa, the Elvish warrior queen, conqueror of plains, destroyer of evil, and lover of... Speaking of lovers, are you seeing anyone?
Well, there's this one girl I like, but what about your love life?
Yeah, the same. There's this guy I like, but you know, he's a little older.
I totally understand.
Yeah. Well, you know, we could be them right now.
What do you mean, milady?
Well, both of us have some serious inner monsters we need to deal with, so why not deal with them as our alter egos? To hell with pandemics and stress. Let's get rid of all our anger with good old-fashioned swords and magic. I'm sleep-deprived enough to do this. You?
Let's do this. How do we start?
Maybe we just sit down and close our eyes, or...
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know her from your habit of stealing sugar packets from cafes. From that time you got a point higher in your Latin test than you should have, but didn't tell the teacher. It's the one, the only, Jenny, the demon of wicked deeds.
Did you hear that?
Maybe we should just go home and cry, preferably while watching some Netflix.
Oh, Billy, it's Jenny. Remember the other day in class when Mr. Huber started talking and you started talking over him because his Zoom cut out and you just kept going and going and going. I mean, he must just be appalled.
Oh, shit. I know. He hates me. All I had to do was just keep my stupid mouth shut, but did I? No, absolutely not, because...
What is going on?
And he's probably never gonna call on me again. Was it my fault?
Billy, calm down. This is loud.
Oh, no, Mel. Don't think you're immune from my watchful eyes. Remember in that Starbucks drive-thru when you cut in front of that car? You didn't care. You needed that mocha. You just had to do it for Y-O-U.
That wasn't my fault. I was tired and I needed caffeine and
all I had to do was just raise my hand. Melissa, I think I see her.
What does she look like? How horrible.
She's terrible. She's... Mel, it's a ginge. The haunter of my dreams is a ginger.
That's horrifying. Okay, think of it like a goblin. What do you do to a goblin?
You end its existence like the little piece of scum it is. Why?
So let's treat this dirtbag like a pesky little goblin heretic. And you know what we do to heretics?
We burn them alive at the stake.
Exactly.
Hey, Billy, remember that time in 8...
Yeah, can it, you pimply orange zit. If by bell thou shalt decide to rattle, thy ass will be ruined by my paddle.
Jenny has been defeated. Give these two monster fighting gals a round of applause.
Billy, are you okay?
Okay. I'm exhilarated.
You know, you looked really nice when you were screaming at Jenny. You were cool, calm, collected. I thought to myself, oh, Mel, you're so lucky to have her as your girlfriend. A friend, sorry.
Don't be embarrassed. You're fine. You know, I was just about to say...
Y'all ready for this?
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for round 2? It's the predator of your nerves about the future. Have you ever gone to a college counseling meeting? Ever watched a "Is this career path right for you?" video? Well, let me tell you, this monster is perfect for you. It's Lenny, the monster of future fears.
Well, I'm Lenny. Now, I'm sure you're wondering what's in store for your future. You know how you can be sure about your future? Well, you can go to duke.edu right now and start filling out the Common App.
I can't do this. All I do is work and work to get into a good college so I can get into a good law school and become a Supreme Court judge and make my family proud, but I just don't think I can do it.
Oh, Sugar Bear, don't you worry. The future can be all yours if you just go to duke.edu. Now, I know there's a lot of work. There are essays to fill out and tests to take, but I can assure you that your dream career awaits.
Why would I want to go to Duke?
Everybody wants to go to Duke.
Go crawl back to North Carolina. Melissa, look at me. Mel, college is scary, and yes, it's hard to prepare for, but you're going to be okay.
But how do I know I'm ready?
You will be. All you have to do is have confidence.
I think you have a point there. Thou shalt not end my hopes and dreams by war, when I can shortly end your job for sure. Hello, is this Duke's admissions office? This is the Elvish Warrior Queen Melissa, here to tell you that I've decided to apply to Stanford and not Duke University. You remember your admissions officer, Lenny? Well, he's terrible. I wouldn't be surprised if you barely get a full class this year. You should really fire him. Maybe you send him to the University of Carolina. Anywho, I thought I should tell you, and I hope I never hear from you again.
Oh, what? It's a text from me. Why? Let's see how Duke University can help save this poor and unfortunate soul. I've been fired? Fired? I devoted my life to making people join Duke University. I've been betrayed. Betrayed!
And would you look at that? Melissa and Billy are on fire right now.
Well, that ended smoothly.
Yeah, you were on fire. It was great watching a powerful, sexy fighter.
Thank you. You know what we were talking about earlier? I think I know what you were going to say, but it's like fruit. I keep thinking I should like cucumbers more than mangoes, but when I look at a sweet, soft mango, my heart beats faster and my knees grow weak, but I just don't know.
Did y'all think we were done here? We got one more monster today, and this one's a biggie. She was there when you first listened to Roy Orbison. There when you remarked, "Oh, how charmed," and then immediately wanted to cry. And there when your heart was broken by your first love. It's Gary with an I, Ghost of Lover's Need, here to destroy your hearts one last time.
Well, this monster can't be too bad, can it?
Yeah. We handled Lenny and Jenny.
No, I wouldn't be too sure about that, Mel. I'm not some brand new monster. I've been with you both for a long time.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
Oh, Gary, you've always annoyed the living heck out of me.
See, Billy admits she knows me. Remember your thoughts right before this call, Billy? Remember how nervous you were about how you looked? She's been everything you've ever wanted, hasn't she?
You are not one to comment on my love life.
Oh, tut. Looks like someone's a little sensitive. Now you, poor darling, seem to be rather prudish about romantic matters. You come from a conservative family, don't you?
Well, yes, I do come from a strongly Christian family, and we go to a church. What's this all about?
Oh, well, it's just that dream you had last night where you smelled the sweet, rosy breath of Billy as your lips.
Okay, let's keep this rated R, please.
You do know I am, was, and will always be watching. Your fears of love will always be there. And as long as you two have all this sexual tension, I will certainly...
I wouldn't say there's any...
No, there's sexual tension, all right.
Look, I know that this monster seems bad, Mel, but I think I know how we can defeat it. We have to be honest with each other about our feelings.
Oh, great. It's an episode of the Magic School Bus. And kids, that's why smoking weed is bad.
No, Mel, I think you know what we have to say.
No, I don't think I can.
Yes, you can. Come on, you've been great. I know you can do this. You just have to say the words.
No, Billy, this isn't the way.
You ready, you miserable, lovesick-loving piece of trash?
Ooh, this is what I live for.
Mel, Mel, I love you.
Billy, why?
Ooh, I smell a big cat fight a brewing.
Because it's true. You feel this way too, don't you?
No, I don't know.
You seemed so nervous around me, and we were becoming so connected.
Look, 3 random monsters disappeared. We were sleep deprived and tired, and I don't think we should talk about this right now.
No. Melissa, answer Billy. Answer her.
I can't believe I'm agreeing with this loser, but I want an answer right now. Mel, do you love me? Answer me.
Answer her.
Just shut up! Just go away, you little fucking piece of shit.
Hey, all I wanted was an answer, and
I said go, you dyke.
Do you really mean that? Mel, look at me. Is that really how you feel?
I don't... You're disgusting. Get away from me. I said go.
Fine. I'll go. See you around, Mel. I don't care if you don't love me. I know I didn't just see the Melissa that I love. Whatever demons are inside of you won't just fade away by denying their existence. Mel, we're all the keepers of demons. They plague our souls, our minds, our bodies. We don't defeat them by denying their existence. Their reign of terror only ends by fighting them head on.
Billy? Are you there?
Just me. You may have escaped my grasp, but boy, did you leave your friend as a sacrifice for your life.
Please, just go away, Gary. Just leave me be. What are you doing here, Elijah?
What are you doing here, Elijah?
I'm coping by telling myself it will all be over soon.
I was under the impression that we're people, not boxcars sitting on a classroom floor. I don't have to listen to Newton if I don't want to.
Fires always burn out. Again?
I was just... sorry.
Every time I sit down to read, you come in.
You know as well as I do that we're both... Look! Look up for a second. This is serious. We have to do something now or it'll be irreversible, permanent, fatal.
It'll all be over soon.
How can you be sure? This doesn't look like it's going anywhere. We have to do something.
As quick as it came, it'll be gone. Give it some time. Give it a rest.
But the fire is gonna consume everything. Everything. Burned.
Why do we need to do anything? There are people, better people, to fix this. It isn't our problem. It doesn't concern you. It will all be over soon.
But it is our problem. What if everyone thinks like you do? Everyone does think like you do.
So what? Fire is good. Less trees means less to burn in the future. I'm just looking out for everyone's safety. You're forgetting the most important thing.
What could I be forgetting?
Fires always burn out.
But that doesn't make any sense. The sun's been burning for 3 billion years. How can fires always burn out?
Because eventually, there will be nothing left to burn.
People are starving out there. Don't you see them? They can't support themselves, and we've done nothing to help. How can we be content to sit here and let this go on?
I'm sure they did something to get where they are.
How do you know? These are innocent people. We have to protect them.
Let them live their lives and we'll handle ours. We're not responsible for anybody but ourselves. If they choose to throw their lives into the wind, who are we to intervene?
I just feel like...
It isn't our responsibility. Besides, they would probably just scam us, rob us. You know these people are.
But if we don't do anything, then nobody will do anything. And they'll get poorer and poorer, and they'll be stuck forever, and it'll be our fault. Our fault!
But eventually, it'll be over.
What the hell does that supposed to mean? What the hell does over mean in this situation?
I was just trying to calm you down. Don't overthink it. It'll be better for both of us if you just forget about it.
What's better for us? What about what's better for them? You are so self-absorbed, so insufferably ignorant to what really matters right now.
I'm content to stay inside and let the outside world deal with itself. There's no reason to subject ourselves to that chaos.
So human decency is chaos now? I understand. But I don't have to agree with you. This isn't gonna change if we don't change it.
It'll all be over.
It's getting hotter. Ooh, it's getting hotter fast. Look outside.
Things come in phases, and this is just another one, right? Another phase. Don't pay any attention to it.
This doesn't seem like a phase.
How would you know? Scientists have been studying this for centuries. They know.
But they're saying we might not be able to live here, on Earth, if we don't do something about this soon. We're responsible for this, and we're responsible to make it right.
We're just one person, one tiny blip in this infinite universe. What can we do to help?
Somebody's got to. It's causing a flood. The water's rising.
What about money? What about those poor people outside? Saving the planet is, well, pretty damn expensive.
As expensive as finding a new planet to inhabit? Do you want to see what the cost of living is on Mars? We have to help him! This man is literally dying on our doorstep.
Just imagine he's on someone else's doorstep. You don't have to let this affect you. Don't let his suffering cause you suffering.
I can't do that. I can't physically do that. I'm programmed to feel this way, and I know that we need to help him.
What if you just didn't? It's like Newton said, an object at rest tends to stay at rest. We're not above the laws of nature.
Well, I was under the impression that we're people, not boxcars sitting on a classroom floor. I don't have to listen to Newton if I don't want to.
Well, I'm not about to be the external force causing this boxcar to move. Listen how loud he is. Someone else will hear, and they'll help, and it will all be over soon. What did I tell you? Just let it pass. If the police are after him, he must have done something wrong. He brought this upon himself, and he's going to have to deal with the consequences. I can tell. You're ready to give up.
No, I'm not. He's in pain. Right here, right now. We need to help him. Right now. Right now. It will all be over soon.
He's still there.
It will all be over soon.
No, I think I made a mistake. He's still there.
It will all be over soon.
But what if it's not?
It will all be over soon. When there's nothing left to burn.
What are you doing here, Elijah?
Me? I'm thriving. These changes are the best thing that's ever happened to me.
This meeting is being recorded.
You wanted to see me?
Oh, yes, Alex. I'm worried about how you're doing in math class this year.
Worried? I have a 99%. I know I got one question wrong on the unit test, but the way it was worded.
Worded?
Never mind.
Well, congratulations, of course. You have the best grade in the class.
Well, I like math. What can I say? Is there anything else, Miss Meyer?
Well, whenever I put you in a breakout room, you don't seem to interact with any of the other students.
I try my best to work with them. I guess I don't feel comfortable.
Whenever I come into your breakout room, it seems like everyone is talking. And not all of it is about math, of course, but some of it is, and everyone's talking, except you. Is everything alright?
Yeah. Everything's fine.
What are you working on?
What?
I always see you writing in that notebook.
Yeah?
What is it?
Oh, the Birch and Swinnerton Dyer conjecture.
Ellipses, eh? Tricky stuff.
You know what that is?
Alex, I'm a math teacher.
Oh, that's right.
You know, there's an institute that's offering a prize for the person who can solve that math problem.
Really? I didn't know that.
$1 million.
$1 million. That'd be cool.
Well, you're going to need these social skills in the future, so it's important to work on them now.
Well, I can just do it by myself. You've seen it.
Maybe by working with others, you can help the other students.
Well,
This quarantine stuff isn't going to last forever, so you have to learn how to interact with other people.
Well, I don't have to talk. I can just do my homework.
But maybe by talking, you could help some of the other students.
I don't see myself as a teacher. We're not all teachers, Miss Meyer. Maybe they should just do their own work.
The other teachers tell me that you're a bright kid. The other students...
They can just do their own work and be fine like me.
Alex, you're not listening to me.
I know you're good. Reach out to the other kids. I hear everything you're saying, Miss Meyer.
Okay, let's take this one step at a time. How about in Friday's class, you'll present your problem with a group to the rest of the class.
I don't know about that.
One problem.
I'll try.
Good.
But I don't think...
Baby steps. Okay? Let's call it a day. I'll see you. Alex?
How's your first year going, Jen? This is quite the year to start teaching.
Well, Mr. Knight, it's going well.
It's great to hear. You, have a concern about one of your students.
Yes. I thought as the learning specialist he might be on your radar. His name's Alex, and he doesn't seem to want to interact with any of the other students.
Have you asked him why?
I have, but he just tells me that he's uncomfortable with it. He says that the other students should just look after themselves.
Well, maybe he's right.
Excuse me?
Maybe it's better for him to do stuff on his own.
But I was taught that students need to interact with each other.
I've talked to Alex. He's a good kid.
Maybe we could just encourage him?
It's best to let him be himself instead of trying to force him to be something he's not.
Well, if he doesn't have any social skills, then how's he going to live in the real world?
The real world?
I had a friend at this school when we were younger. His name was Thomas. At first, he had no social skills, but at the end, by the time we graduated, he could look the person in the eye who gave him his diploma and shake their hand with confidence. That's what we provide here at this school. That's what Alex's family signed up for when they sent him here. Mr. Knight, if Alex wants to be successful and be a leader when he grows up, he has to have social skills. What am I supposed to do?
What happened to that boy?
What do you mean?
What happened to, Thomas?
Oh, well, we met in 9th grade. He was always writing in this notebook, and he was always sitting alone. One day I went and sat with him. He didn't seem to notice me, but it was peaceful when I sat there. I had 3 brothers and a sister, so it was always really loud at my house. And I had a group of friends from middle school that hung out with each other, and there were 5 or 6 of us who would tell stories and finish each other's sentences. We would laugh, but sometimes I needed a break. When I sat with Alex, it was a nice respite. One day I asked him what was in that notebook. He didn't say, but I insisted. This went on for a few days until he relented and showed me what was inside. He never volunteered, but if I asked, he would show me what he'd written in his journal that day. Drawings, poems, diagrams for projects he was working on.
But he didn't talk with any of the other kids, right?
Not at first, but his parents weren't okay with that. So they made him sign up for lots of activities. Debate club, cross country. Eventually he started hanging out with a group of boys. I was excited for him, but I missed the quiet place we had. We kind of lost touch.
But he learned the social skills that our school is famous for, right?
I was so proud of him. When I saw him walk across the stage at graduation, slapping his friends on the back, smiling. That's what I want to do for Alex, what Thomas's teachers did for him.
A success story.
Completely. But
what?
when we were going to the cafeteria to pick up a special treat they made for us for graduation, as I was walking out, I saw it in the trash.
What?
The notebook, his journal. I guess he didn't need it anymore. He'd grown up. I hear he's one of the top insurance salesmen in the state now. A great success. The kind of success I want for Alex.
Well, the world's been changing for a while. Especially now with everything on Zoom. Things won't go back to the way they were. And I think that there's a place for someone like Alex in this new order.
I don't know.
People like Alex can Zoom their way through high school and college, get a job at Google, and never have to deal with any of these things that you think are so important right now. It's like there's going to be this entirely new species of human being.
Mr. Knight, you're not being very helpful.
I do what I can.
I think maybe we could just encourage him.
All right, Miss Meyer, just remember, lay off Alex for a while. See where things go.
I don't think that's the right...
Get to know him. Find out how he learns. Well, let me know how it goes. Bye.
You wanted to see me again, Miss
Meyer.
Miss Meyer. Sorry.
Alex, we agreed that you would take a leadership role in today's class.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Well, maybe next time you could just try a little bit more, even if it makes you uncomfortable.
I'm doing great in your classroom. I'm actually really proud of how I'm doing.
You should be proud. It's just that...
Well, I want to be a programmer, right? Like, I want to make all these programs that are really going to help everyone, especially me. So, how are social skills going to keep me from being successful when my most important communication is with the computer?
Yes, you are excelling in this class, and, well, I guess, maybe...
Yes?
You have it all planned out, don't you? I guess what I should be asking is how I can help.
I think you found the right question, Miss Meyer.
Are you really okay with spending the rest of your life in a box?
A box? Oh, you mean... Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that. Feels kind of cozy, actually.
Look, I have to go, but can you try in the next class?
I'll try, but...
I know.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Meyer.
For what?
I don't know.
How's the Birch and Swinnerton-Dyer conjecture coming along?
Oh, great. I just came up with this new approach.
Look, I really have to go, but can you show me in the next class?
In front of the other students?
Of course. Wait, on second thought, no. Meet me a few minutes before class starts and we'll talk before everyone gets there.
I'll do that.
And don't let anything happen to that notebook.
I won't.
Bye.
What are you doing here, Elijah?
I'm trying to see the ridiculous side of things. My dad can be so annoying sometimes. Look at these messages he's sending me. He thinks using modern lingo makes him sound cool.
Check out this dope article I found on the net. That's short for internet.
That's not so bad.
He's 45.
Check out this funky video of an ostrich doing a silly dance. Nature is amazing.
Okay. 45 is a little old for that. But at least you get to see your dad. I haven't seen mine in months. He got stuck on a business trip.
That's rough, dude. Wait, look, he's sending me another one.
Don't be a couch potato. It'll ruin that beautiful brain.
With a potato on a couch. Ha 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 ha. Very funny, Dad.
I get it. See, it's because he said couch potato.
I get the joke, Ray.
You want to play Monopoly?
Monopoly. With 2 people.
Sure, yeah.
Ray, you can't play Monopoly with 2 people.
I mean, you can. Technically.
That's not how the rules work. Whatever. I'll get it. It's in the garage. I'll be right back. That's weird. The door won't open.
What do you mean?
I mean, the door won't open. I don't have time for this. We need to finish that stupid Monopoly game, and then I have to get work done.
You've been a bit uptight recently, so I've got some wacky activities for you and your friend.
What the hell, Dad? This isn't funny. I have a Rapunzel application to fill out.
Wait. You have a girls' robotics team application.
Yeah? What of it? The president just graduated and I'd be a good fit.
Don't you think that the president of the girls' robotics team already be a part of the girls' robotics team and be, I don't know, a girl?
It's a leadership position. It'd look great on a college resume.
If you say so.
I can unlock the door after you finish these fantastic challenges.
How does he know what we're doing? Baby monitors. Right.
First up, how many shirts can you wear at once? 5 or more and I'll give you your next assignment. Over and out.
Well, I guess that means we should...
Crowbar the door open.
I was gonna say do the challenge. It shouldn't take that long. It's nice that your dad wants to spend time with you.
Fine. Let's just get it over with.
Alright. You ready?
Yeah.
1. That was kind of fun, right?
Sure. Fun. Now can we...
Nice job, buckaroos. On to the next challenge.
There's another one?
There's another one?
Remember that karaoke machine that you used to love so much? Why don't you sing one of my favorite tunes?
Oh no.
I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys. It'll be a poggers, as the kids say. Don't forget the choreography.
I didn't know you had a karaoke machine.
I do my best to forget about it. Those were the dark days. Do it for Rapunzel, Aaron. Do it for Rapunzel.
That first challenge wasn't so bad. Not bad.
Yeah, that was surprisingly...
A fantastic, very 86. Good times.
Ooh, ask him what's next.
I'm getting sick of this. It's ridiculous. This isn't funny, Dad.
Never fear, we'll resume our fun games after this commercial break, which is right now. Look at this video of a snail. And now, our third and final challenge. As you know, there are plenty of houseplants all over the house. Organize the plants in alphabetical order by name.
No!
Sorry, but, what the hell does that mean?
He names the plants.
Alright. What's this one's name?
How should I know?
Oh, isn't it obvious? That's a MacArthur.
Okay. And this one?
That's a Sheldon.
And this is a Walter.
Exactly.
Where are you getting this from? I've never heard these names before. Is there some kind of pattern or...
He's making them up. It's for fun.
But that's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't need to make sense. Dad wants to spend time with you. Is that really so bad?
And this one is Becky?
Now you're getting it, Junior.
Here's Jeffrey.
And this one is Mason.
Absolutely lit, fam. I am so proud of you both.
You did it!
We did it.
And now for your grand prize. Now, go fill out that application.
Well, that certainly wasn't what I was expecting when I came over.
Better or worse?
Better.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's nice that you have a dad that cares so much.
You know you can come by whenever. We can review science notes.
There's the Aaron I know.
If you mean the Aaron you know, you mean the Aaron concerned for his future, I'd gladly accept that title. But I admit, the challenges weren't all bad. Part of me kind of wants to keep going. Dad?
Breathe. And 1.
I'm letting people piss me off way too much.
Breathe. And 2. Breathe. And 3.
Hey.
Hi, Brain. What's behind you? Is that what it looks like up there? It looks like hell.
Of course it does. What else would it look like?
Oh no.
Hey, Dakota, relax. Relax, I'm just messing with you. It's a Zoom background. I'll turn it off. There we go. Is that better? So what are we talking about today, my friend? School again? Ow!
Brain, I've been really short-tempered lately. The littlest things make me just snap. I think it's this quarantine stuff. Sitting around at home, I just spend so much time in my own head.
Tell me about it.
Like, things that shouldn't piss me off are pissing me off. I could probably give you a million examples.
1,200,431 to be exact.
Like earlier today, I was driving, and the person in front of me, this old lady, was doing 30 and a 35. So I honked for a solid half mile. She wasn't even going that slow. I was just so impatient that,
Hey, you know when you do that at Guitar up here? Come on, it makes me feel...
Shut up! You are supposed to be helping me.
Okay, right. Well, sometimes it can be a helpful exercise to look back and visualize how you could have done things differently. Let's revisit this morning. I'll be the woman in front of you, and you'll be Dakota. We'll reenact what happened, and then we'll fix it, okay? I'll start. Well, I'm just driving along, going at normal speed. Hey, Dakota, it's your turn.
Oh. Hey, old fart! Hurry the hell up!
Did you really say that?
Maybe.
You forgot the honking, by the way.
What?
The honking. You said you honked at her, you know? Beep, beep.
Beep, beep.
Okay, good. Cool. We're gonna do it again. And this time, you're gonna do what you should have done. Okay? I'll start. You ready? Your hands aren't on the wheel. 10 and 2, my friend. Well, I'm just driving along, going at normal speed.
I recognize that it is not your fault. You're older than dirt and all. So I will stay calm and not honk at you. I have nowhere to be.
Good. That's not quite how I would have phrased it, but it's certainly better than your other reaction. How do you feel?
The same? I mean, look, I know what I should have done. It's just that in the moment, it didn't happen. Brain, at this point, what's the point in even being nice to people? Like, all people do nowadays is spread viruses and piss me off. So I may as well just piss them off right back. Fight fire with fire. Nice has never gotten anyone anything.
That's not true, Dakota. Being nice will always have value, even when it feels like the world's burning up.
Enlighten me.
You know why you should be nice? Let me tell you a story. One from my youth.
Here we go.
It was a hot summer day. The type of day that the heat makes you feel like you're melting. The type of day that makes cold water taste like it's from the heavens. The type of day that...
It was very hot. I get it.
Yes, very hot. The type of day...
You can spare the details, just tell me what happened.
And on this day, there was a race. A big deal race. Boys and girls came from far and wide. Bang! The race began. Boys and girls were running to this finish line. And one boy, the fastest of the bunch, held the lead until the final lap, when he collapsed onto the track. Left and right, kids zipped past this boy who was curled in pain in the middle lane.
Does this story have a point? Sorry. Please continue.
Every kid passed this boy without a second thought. Every kid, except one. A particularly tall boy helped his injured competitor up and walked with him to the finish line. That simple act of kindness gave the tall boy a reputation that led him to the highest office in the land. That boy? Abraham Lincoln.
Wait, what? How do you know that?
I was there that hot summer day in 1825. I was watching from the stands.
But you're me.
Yes, but I've been many things before you, Dakota. Spiders, hamsters, dogs, men and women of all shapes and sizes. In my last cycle, I was a Moroccan military man.
There's no way!
Frankly, Dakota, I would love to chat with you about it, but we should stay on topic. We were talking about how irritated you've been lately.
Right, yeah.
Alright, I want you to try something. It's a counting exercise, okay? It'll put your mind at ease.
You are my mind.
And you following my directions will put me at ease, alright? Here's how it works. You breathe in, count 1. Breathe out, count 2, and so on, like this. 1, 2, 3.
What are you, my therapist? I'm not doing that hippie stuff.
It's not hippie stuff.
Let me guess. When you get to 100, the pure energy of your soul is renewed. Or wait, maybe birds will land on my hand and sing to me like I'm a Disney princess. Or I'll turn into teenage Abraham Lincoln.
Dakota, I'm serious. Just do it with me, okay? Breathe. And 1.
1.
Breathe. And 2.
2.
Breathe. And 3.
3.
Breathe. And 5.
4. Wait,
Breathe.
what?
And...
No, brain, stop.
What? What's wrong?
You counted wrong.
What? Me? The brain?
You said 3, and after 3 you know is 4, so I said 4. But you said 5. Are you messing with me?
No, I said 4. The Zoom must have glitched out. I counted 4 and then 5.
Ah, yes, always the Zoom, isn't it?
Dakota,
No, it's okay, Brain. This is just another one of those things, isn't it? You screwing up my life?
Dakota.
No, Brain. You know what? Shut up! All you ever do is work against me. You hypnotize me with your voodoo shit. You bully me. You make me anxious. Okay, you make me depressed. I can't get an A in English because you're so stupid. You make up stories about Abraham Lincoln and some Malaysian military mumbo jumbo, whatever. Stories that you and I both know aren't true. Do you know what? I think you make me do stupid stuff like that role play and that counting nonsense just because you don't want me to see that you can't even do your own damn job.
Fine. See how you do without me then.
No. Look, I'm sorry, Brain. I didn't mean that. Sometimes I just... Well, you know... Brain? Brain, are you there? I really am sorry about the counting and Abraham Lincoln and all that. Brain, hello? One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes! Yes! Yes, what are you doing here, Elijah? You are here to restore the world. That's what you need to be doing. But you can't restore the world until you look inside. Heal yourselves, physicians, and be the best, strongest people that you can be. I know I've given in to temptation. I've said and done things that I shouldn't have, but not done things I should have. Am I right? Am I right? You've all been there too. I feel the need for some testimony right now. Who is going to testify? To step on up. Step on up, ease your burden. What have you done that made you stop and think that that was not the best person that I could be? What has someone said or done to you to make you feel less healthy? Testify. Testify.
Well, Reverend, I pushed somebody away. I hate Monopoly, all right? It takes too long, I still don't understand it, and did anyone ever figure out what the point of it is? Like, do you just play until someone runs out of money? I mean, that's how the world works these days. We play until someone runs out of money, or time, or patience, or whatever. I just don't see it. So, the other night, my family's playing Monopoly. My sister's home from college, so my parents decided these past few months would be a wonderful time to bond. Like they haven't had 17 years to do that. So we're playing Monopoly, and I'm losing. Like Like bad. I've got $174 left, and I've been sitting in jail for like 8 turns. Okay, 2. 2 turns I've been in jail, and I am bored out of my mind. I'm thinking of all the essays and applications and random busy work waiting for me upstairs, but I know we're going to be sitting here for hours. We'll finish this game, and they'll want to watch Love Island. If I have to watch one more episode of that garbage, I swear. I don't swear. I'm very respectfully saying that I can't stand that stupid show. So anyways, we're bonding, and I'm just not feeling it. And I have this moment. I kind of take a step back and I see how happy they all are. My sister's more interested in this game than she has been in her past 3 boyfriends combined. My mom's happy. She's losing almost as badly as I am, but she's got this smile plastered across her face. God, even my dad's into this. We let him be the banker, and he's got the money all organized, and they're all smiling, and man, it's just this perfect picture. And I'm not in it. I wish I knew who to talk to about this kind of stuff. I mean, I tell Jamie everything, but he doesn't get it. His family's just big house, 2 perfect straight A kids, golden retriever, you know. God, Jamie, I assumed he was doing okay. I don't know. I got busy, and I started thinking, like, what would all these people do if I wasn't there? My family would be just fine. I mean, look how happy they all were. And Jamie's probably playing a board game around his kitchen table every night and actually enjoying it. Plus, he's got Kate. If my sister and I were that close in age, we might actually hang out. But we're just so different. She's got it all together, and I'm losing this game of Monopoly. I guess what I'm saying is that I couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle the togetherness. Couldn't handle that the one person I'd actually like to have some togetherness with is probably not thinking about me at all. I mean, why would he? He's just so... I just don't want to drag him down with me. And part of me doesn't understand how people like Jamie can be so happy all the time when the world is literally on fucking fire. Sorry. I'm just out of... I'm out.
That's good. That's good. Who else? Who else? Hey, testify. Testify. Testify!
I acted like I knew. Reverend, I didn't know. Listen, I'm sorry. Jude wasn't talking to me, and I was scared. Well, he's good at this. Good at being alone, and I need him. I do. It sucks, but I just can't be by myself for too long with my thoughts. It's dangerous. It's too much. But, well, he's just fine without me, and it'll always be that way. I can't stand that. He wasn't texting me, I couldn't see him, and I don't know, it was like he wasn't there anymore. Out of sight, out of mind, right? I figured that's what I was. Out of mind. I wondered what I did wrong. Like, did I say something? I didn't sleep for weeks. I would just sit there thinking, you know? What if he's not thinking about me right now? Or, no, what if he's not thinking about me right now? What could he possibly be doing in this moment that's more important than... Am I not a priority anymore? I mean, my friends all warned me this would happen, that he'd find some shiny new toy and throw out the old one, but... No. That's not him. He promised this time. He said I was different. He didn't lie to me. Right? No. He wouldn't. That's not him. Well, anyway, I'm sorry. I was distracted. He was all I could think about for weeks, so when she came to me, Kate, I mean, I didn't know what to do. And no. You know, I just didn't try. And I should have. She told me online school sucked, and it's like, yeah, I know, but I guess she wasn't doing too well, and, you know, junior year is hard anyway, and her grades were slipping, and Mom was pissed. She puts all this crazy pressure on Kate, and I don't get it. But I was thinking, like, why is this my problem, you know? I've got my own stuff going on, but Mom said I had to help her because she's my sister and all, and I love her, I do, but I just didn't get why this was my problem. Okay, so we're sitting at the kitchen table, helping her with math. I hate math. Like, okay, let's learn how to solve differential equations and never see them again. Cool, okay, so we're sitting there, and she's taking forever to do this practice test. I mean, because she keeps checking her phone, and we're sitting there for like 2 hours, and she's done 3 problems. So I'm finally like, Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm like, seriously, Kate, put your phone down. And she gives me this look. So now I'm mad, and I say, maybe if you just focus, you wouldn't be failing. It's not my fault that you don't care. And then I take her phone, and her eyes get all big, like she's trying not to cry. Man, she used to do that all the time. I'd knock over her block towers, and she'd give Mom this look and, you know, time out for me. But this time it was different, you know? It was real. So I look at her phone, and wow, I'm sorry. These people are sending her all these messages, and they're... Can I say this here? Well, I mean, these people are saying all these terrible things, and
They're telling her to kill herself. And I don't know what to say. I just want to smash the phone and make damn sure she knows we all love her. Later that night, I hear her crying in her room. She hates when people see her crying, so I'm trying to make sure she doesn't hear me. This time, I know. There's no other way to spin it. She's down on herself, and these people are sending her these things, and I just made it worse. It's my fault. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Testify. Anybody else? Who else? Testify.
I attacked someone anonymously. All my friends were, well, I don't want to throw them under the bus here. They just weren't being safe. They were going to parties and eating out every night, and I couldn't do it. I'm so scared of this thing, like, maybe too scared, but I just hate not knowing. And my dad's immunocompromised. Like, could you imagine how bad I would feel if I got him sick? I just can't deal with that. So, my friends were partying. You know what? I can't even be mad at them. I wanted to go too. Maybe I could judge them for giving in if I hadn't been so upset that I couldn't be all blissfully oblivious like they were. I wished I didn't care. At the beginning, I was quiet about it. I made up some dumb excuse and let them do their thing. But then, they started asking where I was, what I was doing, and why I wasn't there. And then, they stopped asking. Group chats got smaller, and I noticed fewer private stories on my feed. Now I'm completely shut out. And then school. School certainly didn't help. Our workload was insane after spring break. I guess my teachers thought that if we weren't doing extracurriculars anymore, we'd have more time for homework. I may have had time, but I didn't have energy or motivation or purpose. And my grades, well, they weren't good. I was struggling in classes I loved and sleeping in classes I didn't. It was too much. So I started spending a lot of time on social media. I started this Instagram about social justice. I needed an outlet, you know? So I started posting these graphics about things that I wanted people to care about. And it worked. I gained almost 10,000 followers in my first month. It was crazy. People were reposting my stuff, and it was drawing attention to all these things that we should be focused on right now. And it felt great. It was the first time in the past few months that I felt needed, like I had a purpose again. And then Emmy. Emmy's my best friend. She knows everything about me. The good, the bad, and the undecided. But I guess throughout this whole thing, we just kind of drifted apart. So it's Friday, and I've just bombed this math test. 89%. She's at a party, and I've just posted this graphic about Portland. I don't know if it's going to change anything, but I hope it does. But it's beautiful. It's a blue background, a picture of the ocean, and the font, I used Glacial Indifference, and oh man, does it look good. So I noticed she's reposted it, and God, it just pisses me off. She's at a party, and I bet she's with that douchebag. The boy of the week, Jake, is this tall, skinny guy who insists that reverse racism exists. It's infuriating. She's reposting that graphic to save face. She doesn't mean it. She can't. Honestly, it's performative and it's wrong. So I told her, or my account told her. I told her I knew who she was and that she had no right posting my content. I said that anyone who actively spends time with that piece of shit can't be anti-racist. And I still don't think I'm wrong. I guess she felt I'd overstepped. For the next few weeks, I got these comments. They started out as angry, but I don't know. All my friends were sending DMs to this account, telling me that I must be an awful person to judge someone like that. Someone I didn't know. They decided I was talking down to her. They even accused me of being a boy. God, it was awful. And they never knew it was me. But I have a pretty good idea of who they are now. Listen, I can't let her sit there and pretend to be someone she's not. I'm sorry, but I can't be sorry.
Anybody else? Test it.
I think sometimes I'm a bad person. I mean, my parents seem to think so. And I want to do what's right, you know? It's just... nothing feels right anymore. Sometimes I wonder how much I really matter. Like, okay, I go see a couple friends. We hang out in someone's basement. Like, I don't know, what actually happens if we're all together? I mean, listen, I really care about all this. About people, you know? It's just, I believe it's real. I mean, I don't think this isn't something we should be worried about. I just don't know. Like, what if, no. God, I hate not knowing. I can't be a bad person for wanting to live my life. I've been really good, responsible for so long, and I don't know. I need my friends, okay? And what if they need me too? Everyone needs a place to go, I guess. And when you take that place away, you get lost trying to find it again. I'm lost. I don't know who to turn to. God, my best friend won't even talk to me. And it's not like she's busy. She's always on her phone. I've always been a live in the moment kind of person, but lately there have been no moments. There have been days, weeks that drag on, but nothing happens. I don't want to live in this cycle. I wake up at 6:30, bust my ass for a whole 8-hour school day, and then nothing. Everything's just still. And I don't want still. So I turned to Jake. He's, I don't know. He's nice to me, and It feels good to finally have someone there again. But I guess he said some bad things. When my friends first told me about it, I didn't believe him. I mean, to be fair, I haven't known this guy for long, but it's like, I knew him better than that. And then I started getting these messages. They were from this social justice account on Instagram that I've reposted a couple times. I mean, their posts are cool. They're straight to the point, no bullshit. The tone is familiar. It's like getting news from an old friend. So, this account reaches out to me, and it's this long, scary message. They tell me they know who I am, and that I must be a bad person for associating with Jake. They politely ask that I remove all their posts from my highlights and refrain from posting their content at all. And I get it. Kind of. I mean, isn't the point of all this to make people think? To change people's minds? I mean, for me, this has been dinner table talk. It's the only thing that breaks the stillness. What does this person gain from cutting ties with me? I don't know. It seemed personal. And Jake, I don't understand. I mean, why would he say the things he said if he... You know, I think he's struggling. He's broken. No, I don't know why he's that way, but I don't believe he's a bad person either. He was ignorant and hurtful and wrong. But I think he can change. I hope he can. I don't think anyone is inherently bad. I just feel alone. I've always known where I was going, what my next step was. Now, I can't find my way. Jake made it feel right. If I let him go, everything goes still again. I'm just not... Maybe I am a bad person?
That's the voice. That's the voice that we've been looking for. Can you hear it? That's your story.
The wind is so loud, louder than you ever thought it could be. The earthquake shakes so hard, you can't believe the ground would hold ripples and waves in the earth, heading towards you, heading away. You are the epicenter. And then the fire. The fire roars in your ears. It burns away everything you thought you knew or could stand. Heat so hot, but you're still here. Am I right? But your story remains. Am I right? Your story can be so hard to hear in the wind. All those demons, those voices bellow and shout their truth, but it isn't your truth.
Amen.
All the storms in the world can't drown out your truth if you let it speak and listen closely enough.
Amen.
Set aside the noise. Your feet are unsteady when the ground moves beneath you, but you know your path. Your path.
Amen.
The fissure opens and you can't see many of the people who walked your path with you. But the landslide tears away the side of the mountain, revealing the rocks that were there for you all along.
Amen.
All the landmarks you depended on. that you thought you had to have crumble. But that one star,
Amen.
possibly small but bright, still shines through the dust of the earthquake.
Amen.
And the fire burns on. It hurts more than you thought you could ever endure. But with the fire comes a light. And when you open your eyes, that light reveals your story, your truth, your way, you.
Amen.
And after the fire, everything that turns out not to have mattered is gone. Changes everyone said were impossible suddenly seem inevitable.
Amen.
After the fire is a gentle whisper, and that whisper is telling you what you need to do.
Amen.
Amen.
Now do it.